Right here.
We're live, Travis. I think. 2021 Hendry Racing Awards Banquet from Hendry County Motorsports Park, Clewiston, Florida. Yep, there we are. True Grit Podcast. Oh, God. Pay no attention to that. Here, I got to fix something. Hold that for a second. You live. Let me fix this stream. We're just about to get going here, guys. Bear with me a second. Let me change the title of this.
And Michael, he was probably 14, 15. And like how and he's going across this field.
This is live stream over your whole channel thing?
Yeah, it's live right now.
Got a few people getting some extra food over there, but that's all right. You guys can grab your food, come back to your seats. We're going to go ahead and get things started. Good Saturday night. Welcome to the Hendry County Motorsports Park 2021
Just lift him up in the air.
Points Championship
Shame on him.
Awards Banquet and the 2021 Hall of Fame inductions. So I'm your track announcer, Racing Jason. I want to thank everybody for a great 2021 season. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. He's another one that we inducted the first year. The third person the first year, let me think. I got these memorized. I'm trying to think of the first four. There was Craig Sr., Paul Connors, Frank Drapel. Thanks to some other folks, we're going to put the roads in starting this week. It's relocation of the ditch, drainage, roads. It's not going to be cured in a week, but he couldn't leave his table. But if you guys remember that were here, we handed him the mic and he did a little talk at his table. He's 80, 81 years old right now, and it meant a lot to him and his family. I think he was one of the first Hispanic racers ever to race at this racetrack, and it meant a lot to his family. And so he was put in the Hall of Fame in 2020. Mr. Randy Kennedy put a lot of laps here. He's not here, but he was in that class. Johnny Agnew, Tim Crum. A lot of people knew Tim Crum. Tim Crum put a lot of laps here. All of these gentlemen were not, they weren't here last year. They're not here this year. But the one gentleman that I want to induct for the 2020 that I want to recognize, I'm going to bring up Mr. Tom Lusk to induct Robert Crum. You guys know him as Bob. I'll bring Tom up. Bob was a promoter here. He was a car owner. Like Tom said, I asked Bob who he wanted to induct, and he told him Tom. He said Tom and him went up and down the roads, not only to Thundercross, but to Alabama, and they run the roads together. And as you racers know, Johnny Allen, Trent Wilson, John, you guys that travel everywhere, it means everything. Running up down the roads with your friends, and making memories. So Bob was he was a tire man. He did everything here. So he's forever in the Hall of Fame. Now the 2021 class, I couldn't be prouder of the group of men, true men that I see on this list. The first one, I posted a picture a while back, and I seen him holding the trophy that his son had won. And he's one of the just incredible men. And I want to bring up Tommy Hill to induct his father, Rodney.
Woo! Yeah!
My dad been telling me stories forever about him racing out here. I mean, when I got to watch him race, he was older. And didn't do too good, so I had to take some notes down. All right, so my dad said he started racing in '77 at a 68 AMC Rambler, definitely before my time. First track he raced at was the Hendry County track, but it wasn't here. It was on 27 in a different location. First night he ran, he won, not because he was the class of the field, but I think a couple people wrecked, so he was lucky. But as we all know, right, the trophy's still first place, it don't matter. Once the track opened up here, he had a number 10 AMC Javelin. Him and his buddy Jim Wilson, that'll also be up here later tonight, were, ran out here a lot, had some wins. I think the two of them had 12, 13 wins. We haven't looked back ever since. So, but a lot of you all see him here helping me out. He tells you all he does all the work. And we'll say he does all the work, it's his night. So, Dad, I appreciate it. You've been on the front straightaway here a lot and other tracks around the state. Watch me get a trophy, so bring your ass up here so I can give you one. You sure?
Not at all.
Speech.
Say something? Nope, we're good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll say a quick word about Rod and myself. Listen, my history, I have been pretty successful for about 20, 25 years. And in the mid-2000s, I jumped.
Yesterday from Georgia tonight, but he said the drive just took way too much out of him. He couldn't make it here. So he did give me something that he wrote that he wanted me to read for him. But I also just want to say the same thing, man. I remember him running all the time in the 90s. I used to hate watching my Uncle Chad run against people like Tom every week and Wayne every week. I hated watching him. I thought it was boring just to come out here because I thought he won too often. As I've had the opportunity to win often sometimes, it's not that bad. Hold on. But he did write something and wanted me to read it, so.
I took, when I was a kid, I used to draw stock cars, and if I can find it, I still have a stock car drawn of his car when Devaney sponsored his number 77 car. It was Big Ford that won here constantly. And also, you hear them talk of another track that's on 27. Who was ever at the old track on 27? Anybody? Well, let me tell you about the track on 27. This track here, when I started, which was bad, right? That track was, my dad came home and he said, I found stock cars in Clewiston. And I said, really? Because I loved the races, but I was really getting into sports and that thing at that time. And there was no other racetrack around here. And he said, yeah, man, they get going down the straightaways and they go through the holes, and whoever got the biggest motor comes out the other side on top. And they go wong, and they go down the road. And I went and watched it, and sure enough, Jim Wilson pulled anybody down the straightaway at that racetrack. And he had a lot of talent. Then he come out here and won a lot. But our next inductee, I want to bring his son up, Jim Wilson, to induct his.
Kenny was talking about, we went over to Charlotte County and started racing. That's where we met Kenny and a guy named Pat McNair. I don't know if you guys know that guy, but he was always there behind the wheel too. And we've met a lot of guys over there that can really drive. And when you start meeting your competition head on, and it's really, really good thing and a good feeling. And guys, we burn the midnight oil all the time. I'm sure Rodney, Chad, and all these people that's been inducted here tonight understand what burning the midnight oil means. You're out there at 1, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. I hear Kenny saying a lot on the internet, hey man, I've been up till 3 in the morning, man, trying to get this stuff done. Yeah. But that's what it took to get it going. To this racetrack, what Ken Kenner has been doing all this time. Thank you, Ken. I really want to
appreciate that. We talked about the different Hall of Famers, but I can't emphasize enough how great that man was behind the wheel of the car. anybody else that was inducted, they know they dealt with Jim Wilson. He was good. And to get to race with your childhood idols, you know, Pat McNear, they spoke of Jim Wilson. I got to race with those guys for about 10 years. I raced on pavement. I wish I had raced on dirt, but there was no racetrack here at that time. So, you know, I went.
Track. Two of them are no longer in existence. So that leaves Hendry County Motor Speedway, which is still in existence and supporting our sport. And I thank Kenny for that. I hope it continues on for quite a while. So, like I said, I don't have the story, but he's got 7 championships, which I'm pretty proud of. Many, many wins. And it's just been a pleasure to work with him. I think the strength of his success come upon, he surrounded himself with good supporting friends, and most of all his family. I can't remember a night that his wife Selena wasn't at the racetrack, you know, cheering him on. It was outstanding to see. Now Wayne pretty much races when the mood strikes, and Wayne and Selena are now concentrating on making sure their children, Gatlin and Emily, have the tools to succeed in the ambitions they wish to do. All right.
There'll be a time when these championships are going to be a little hard to remember. And remember, just because you won this year, that guy that finished second, you put a target on your ass. It's going to be tougher next year. All right, so y'all enjoy your night, enjoy your year as a champion, and live it up, because they're hard. You guys, I don't have to explain to you how hard they are to come by. You can't do it alone, and enjoy it. Live it. It's yours.
The next guy, I also knew probably as good as anybody on this list. When I was about 8, 9 years old, I do. Who here has ever heard? We have another trivia. Who's ever heard of Suncoast Speedway? Who's ever been there? The original Suncoast Speedway. Randy? Anybody else? The original Suncoast Speedway was up on US 41 at the Punta Gorda or the Charlotte County, Lee County line. It's back in the woods. I tried to find it, right, Jamie? We walked around trying to find it, walking through the woods, and it's still there, believe it or not. It's all grown up, but it was a true quarter mile on the outside. So there was a bunch of rubbing and banging went on there. And I watched this guy race there, and I watched him race in Naples over in, at the old Collier County Speedway. I know he raced at Hialeah and about anywhere else. And I got to meet his boys later in life. I raced with a couple of them. My father was actually pretty good friends with him. He'd stop coming home from work all the time and go say hello to him. Because I'm telling you right now, if you had a racetrack in the woods, which that old track he was talking about, we called Cow Pie International, the one that went like this, because it was in the cane field. And but this next man used to park his car up on the road, and my dad come home and go to work. Maybe getting in the Hall of Fame in NASCAR. Well, you know, I don't remember Dave Marcus winning very many races. I remember Dave Marcus riding around in the back a lot or in the middle. But he was at every race. He was one of the last independent guys that, you know, is what we consider modern NASCAR. And he was always at the race. He was always a class act. Well, just because you don't win, and like I said, Paul Connors, Jim Wilson, Wayne Hildebrand. I mean, I seen these guys change it next year, but the next man I'm gonna bring up Jason Beckner to induct, and we're probably gonna have a different wing of this deal that's like a fans wing or a support wing, not just a driver, because there's owners like Charlie Lowe
is definitely missed. So this is to Melvin. You know, so but anyway, moving on to 10th place, Reed Gary. Reed, are you here? Reed? Nope. All right, 9th place, Brian Teeters. Okay. Fred Wilson. Big sexy Fred Wilson. Nope, he's not here. Steve Troop, are you here? Steve, where are you at? dude. What you got going on right now?
Not a bunch. Honey.
Hunting, yeah. You guys
If it
been
wasn't
hunting a
honey,
lot.
if it wasn't raining in Alabama, I wouldn't be here.
Anybody you want to thank tonight, buddy?
I got to thank George Sands and Dwayne King. Both of those guys, they asked me to drive this thing the year before last, and I turned them down. I help a lot of guys get here. A lot of cars go to my house. But I told them no. And last year at the Sugar Bowl, George cornered me again. I've known George for 20, 30 years, I don't know. And I said yes. No, I'm glad I did. We've had a great time. It's a great group of people. Larry Hubbard runs the thing and does a really good job. I mean, you guys, Kenny, everybody. I mean, I'm 50 years old, and I've never flipped a car until June, whatever. Yeah. And broke my arm out here and missed a couple races, so, in the points that hurts you bad, but it is what it is. We look forward to this year. Hopefully we'll do better this year.
Cool, man. And Steve actually reached out to me earlier this year when we were putting the car together for my son and everything, and offered to help do it. And I just wanted to say I appreciate that, man. That's really cool of you guys. Cody Benoit finishing second in points of the Mod Lights. And while I got you up here, Larry, we're going to go ahead and pull your trophy out because we're going to make you carry all these back to your seat. And Larry Hubbard Jr., our 2021 Mod Light champion here at the Hendry County Motorsports Park. And I got to talk about this a little bit last year. We watched you guys start out in asphalt, and you guys came out here on dirt, and then everything went absolutely crazy, man. So glad you guys are part of this program out here, man.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy that Ken allowed us to come out and start this a few years ago. It's just been another blast running these little cars. They are
handful.
They're a handful. As Steve can attest to, they're a blast. They're really fun. Got to thank Superior Race Cars
And Fernand Diesel Solution.
All right, did you get them all in there?
No. And my whole family. And my Nana for sponsoring the film.
Good job, buddy. Congratulations. Finishing fifth in points, CJ Perman. How old are you, CJ? 14. All right. So you guys make it to the top 5 this year. Anybody want to thank?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I'd like to thank...
Second in points, the PT Cruiser that could, Doug Insinger. It took me all year to get his name right. All of his family and friends up north are making fun of him. Man, we're glad you guys finally came down here to move. I love seeing that PT Cruiser out here, man.
Right? I love that car. Gotta thank my dad. He made it happen. And Steve Troop teach me about a double pass radiator. Got that switch out, made the car a lot faster. Put that in the rules. You should put it in the rules. Everybody has been a great year, and can't wait to come back. Lonnie, coming after you next weekend. I'm gonna get some of that.
There you go. Rolling it out there to our 2021 champion. Come on up, Ronnie Vicey.
I got a big target on my back.
I know, there's a few boots in there, man. Hey.
You gotta love the haters, bro.
Yeah, if you're not good, you must be doing something right.
Yeah, just about.
Anybody want to thank this year, buddy?
Oh man, I got a lot of people. Billy Barrington Motorsports, Bledsoe Marina, John Wood. I'm doing great.
Congratulations, buddy. Good boy, everybody. Finishing 5th in points, James Harlow. James, are you here? Go James. Finishing 9th in points, Matt Musgrave. Matt, where you at? Ninth place.
Good guy. Helped me out with some parts. Get the car together. All the best for him and his family. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Finishing sixth in points, Nick Osborne. Finishing third in points, Miguel Powell. Not here. Finishing second in points. Oh, just by, that was a tough one to beat. James Hall, spinnerbait, where are you at? That's like walking down the WWE ring at this point. This guy right here. You're next. Here I come. Off the top rope, right?
Yep.
It was a great season for you, man. That Camaro, you guys have done a lot of work to that thing. That thing has gotten so fast.
A lot of guys have been helping me. Stevie Troop, some of the Wilsons definitely helping me. Cody Benoit, John, Big John. Appreciate all them guys. Trying to learn them.
Coastline Diesel, Scotty K, Jr., Wilson Race Cars, all these guys. Tommy Hill, everybody. You just ask them something, they talk to you, help you when you're off a little bit, and get.
Anybody want to thank, buddy?
Brown's Welding, King Tire and Buckler, my mom, my dad. That's it.
All right. Good job, dude. Finishing second in points in the silver division, William Kavanaugh. First buggy, man, you guys got faster. I think you guys are going to be a force to be reckoned with this year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You going to make every race?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anybody want to thank?
Putting up with it because it's been rough, but it's worth it. We've had a great time, so thank you.
Well, we enjoy having you guys here. Can't wait to see you again, buddy.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
Congratulations. Finishing second in points, our runner-up, Roger Kraus. Kind of glad you guys called this place home also, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I love it. I love this racetrack home.
14th in points, Evan Wood. Evan. 13th in points, Justin Lamone. 12th in points, James Nipper. 11th in points, Austin Slaggy. Okay, I'll take it. Anybody want to take money?
Same ones.
Same ones? All right, there you go. Finishing 8th in points in the 4.6 Fords, Anthony Kavanaugh. Man, 4th place finish. That's pretty good. You got to get closer this year.
Right? We'll give it a shot.
Anybody want to thank?
Everybody that's here. My nephew Ryan supports every time. He's my crew chief. He races with us periodically when he can, not working. That's about it.
All right, man. Take that trophy. Look at that, man.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Finishing third in.
So, Kavanaugh's and everybody for coming aboard, and Blake was fun running, and it was tight for me and him, so he had a couple of bad incidences, so this trophy could have gone either way.
Always glad to have you guys out here every Saturday night, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Putting up with me when I get into the front stretch. Done that 3 or 4 times this year, but just the whole family helping out and doing everything with the car, and everybody who comes out and does everything can for sticking with the class. Like to have more cars, but it's good. And John and Ernie and all you guys doing what you guys do. So thank you.
Well, we appreciate it. Enjoy you guys coming out. Man, in that screaming Toyota, Larry Thacker Jr. It's a little uneven ground, man, but I tell you what, I tell you every time, man, I do. I love that Toyota power, man. That thing is awesome.
Oh yeah, it works pretty good. It handles pretty good.
I don't think you just stand on it and just let it drive itself sometimes, man. That thing is fast.
Oh yeah, it pretty much drives.
Freaking awesome.
Hey, you guys have been awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very And now, our 2021 champion, Don Smith. You don't care, he's got boots on. Wouldn't be the first time you've been in water here at this track, man. I won't bring up memories of the submarine.
I would have made it. I almost made it.
You did. You almost made it, man. It was great. We were rooting for you, too. Congratulations, man. Got that championship, bud.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of.
How you doing, Mike?
Not too bad. Just got back from Oklahoma. We're out there running the postal shootout and stuff.
Weekend together, just me and her. Brad and Adrian for sure. They do a lot. Brad, just this last race.
Fourth, David McCormick. Third, Brian Morgan. Second, Kyle Bowman. Moving on to your 20. That was moving quick. Slow down. It's racing. It's supposed to speed up.
You're right.
Well, congratulations, man.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Anybody want to thank tonight?
Oh yeah, my dad with Bowman's Garage, Danny Bowman, up in Ruskin. My dad helps me a lot.
The only place I like to see you. With Mike and the trophy.
That's awesome. This has been a great season for you guys all the way around. I mean, just not here, everywhere else you guys went and had a good time. Congratulations, buddy. Anybody you want to thank?
Thanks, man. No, everywhere we went, we've had some good runs. I love racing. I don't care where we are. No matter how much my mom and dad pushed me, even if I didn't want to, I think they love it more than I do. A lot of people keep asking when my dad's going to retire. I don't think he can.
Pleasure, as usual, announcing here at the Hendry County Motorsports Park. I love each and every one of you, even the ones that I don't get along with. I love every single each and every one of you. Dude, I tell you what, Saturday nights racing here is my only day off of my regular work, and I work 24/7. And this is what I look forward to, coming out here and spending Saturday nights here with you guys.
I've got a plan for a race director for this year in place, but by being up there, I recognize the problem that we have, and I'm going to take this format because all of you are here, and this is the masterminds of the racetrack, or the drivers, the crews, the people I've had disagreements with, the people I haven't. You really bring the best ideas, you really do. So some things I want to leave you with to take home and think about, and then text me, Facebook me, messenger me. This is really important. What we lack here is a pit steward. We need a pit steward in the pits. We need a Stevie Troop. We need a Wayne Hildebrandt. We need a Don Van Acker that's at 417. We need that can run the guys that you guys respect, guys and girls, But that's something we need. And it's very, very important. I think it's as important as anything we have to do, including Greg Crow's bathrooms that he had me build. But I think this is the next thing we got to build is people, and we need that person back there. The other thing we're going to do, it drives Jason crazy, and people come to the tower, and it's very important to the fans that, if they lose their keys or the car gets run into, or, if the bathroom's clogged up, or whatever happens at a racetrack, that's important to that person, whether it be their child over here at the playground or whatever. What I'm going to do is I want to put in a fan hospitality location, which is going to be below the tower next to the concession stand. And it's already built, and that's where the keys go. That's where the lost cell phone goes, because I'm going to pass the torch. But I'm going to tell you, as good as I'd like to think I am up there in the tower from time to time, it is incredibly difficult when people are coming up there in the middle of a race, when there's a battle going on the racetrack, and they're knocking on the door because the keys are lost, or the cell phone's gone, or it's almost it's really bad because we can't do the job for the racers on Facebook. Because I also want to thank the staff that was here this year for whatever fallouts or issues or non-issues. You know, I believe that everybody that worked here had the racetrack in their heart, whether they made a mistake, whether they didn't make a mistake. And I was really hard on them this year. I was incredibly hard. You know, but it's only because I want better. I don't want to be the man. You understand what I'm saying? I want sick, and they don't want to make anybody else sick. So, you know, Campany Roofing, they came and put a roof on that tower. And, you know, we've made calls against Dale, Fordale, same thing with Miguel. But, you know, the tower, they put that roof on there. They never asked for anything. I tried to pay them, making cupcakes that y'all need to eat here. A couple last things. Jason, the tower, Danielle, Jeff, Chad. Oh, my God. Chad being added, that was incredible. Chad did an awesome job in there helping. And, you know, I don't want to leave anybody out because Rosie, my nephew, little Travis, everything. But I want to thank all of them. And I want to thank all of you guys for being here tonight and for the great year that we put on. And, you know, for the mistakes I made, I hope you forgive me. I'll try to do better this year. And for the mistakes I make in the future, I'm sorry for those as well. But I'll try to do the best I can. And I want to bring up the next gentleman that's going to give out 2 awards. We still have 4 awards that I want to give out. And I want to bring up Steve Dillon.
Thank you. I got an award here for a young man. He came up on the flag stand. He was still wearing Pampers, I think. We're going to change it from a junior flag man till you got it mastered. Travis Bettner.
I want to take 1 minute too and thank Steve. You know, I didn't bring up Steve too much in talking, but Steve's been here a decade. I raced against Steve 20 years ago. That award maybe, or probably, but you know, Greg Crow, they bring a ton of people through those gates over there, and I asked him, I said, what is your opinion of this racer? And he said, man, spot on. He said that guy never said a bad word. He was competitive with me and had nothing but great words to say. I asked Tommy, as a former recipient of this award, I asked him what his thoughts were. And number 4 together, and I'd go down to Bigley's in the middle of the night and go make fenders or whatever I had to do. And if I didn't have $1, I'd go try to find one so I could go racing. So I loved it. Just
real quick, I wanted to bring Randy up here. Randy does a lot of stuff behind the scenes. He has jumped on board with our bass fishing tournament, which is now the Brian Biggs Baggett fishing tournament that we're going to be doing every year now. The Tuesday before the Stars Series comes in here for the Sugar Bowl. We've got 3 registered already. We've got 3 boats registered. So if you guys would like to get involved with this, I mean, this is going to be a full-blown tournament. I mean, you guys got $500 to win. And so if you guys want to get involved with it, come see Randy. Also got to thank Kelly from Done Right TV for coming on board. And also...
Well, we made it, man. Look.
Grayson, Jason, thank you so much, man. I heard him. Check.